like I saw it, but I almost don't believe it.
Yeah. Explosion.
Hunter, you just got that. You can just do it.
Proves that you're stronger than Lord Frieza.
Yeah, dude. Lord Frieza, I'm coming for you, dude.
This is the Mochi Podcast. The Coolest Cat just got a podcast with your hosts, Hayden, Zach, Tim, and he's back. You know who it is. It is Hunter Lawrence.
Hunter
back
Lawrence.
with us again.
But this time visually.
Oh, yeah. Boom.
Because
There's one right over here next to me, too.
And for the audio people, he pointed at you.
Yeah, I'm pointing. Not in a rude way, though.
not in a rude way. But anyways, getting to
It's the finger.
He's trying to find something that was like bad that happened today that
Okay,
I am
so-
completely oblivious to.
Yeah, what's context?
Okay, so this, obviously, we won't be saying anything that is said in this video.
Of course.
So a bunch of kids from Spain Park,
Yep.
underage, still high school, right?
Mm-hmm.
Were videoed by one of the kids sitting on the couch, losing his mind, laughing so super hard because his group of white friends are all drinking underage and saying how much they don't like black people, using the racial slurs.
Oh,
Dude,
God.
it's way more than black people. Jews,
Yeah,
like
everything.
Like just saying really, really,
Messed up
just
stuff.
oh my God, dude, and I can't even fathom because it's like Spain Park is only a short drive away from Chelsea High School where I went to school.
I know where it's at. Yeah, I've seen
And
it.
you know, like it's one of those things that a school that I grew up in the area that it's in, you would expect that from my school. And to be completely honest, you know, I did see, and it would be one of those things that more of my, you know, not white friends would have to speak more on because
Right.
I can't.
Right.
But you know, for the most part, like this kind of shit I never saw when I was at Chelsea High School. I mean, like,
Yeah, I can agree to that to go into my. high
I
school.
found it. I found it right here.
We don't have
Did
to
it just,
play
like,
it.
blow up or something, or-
Yeah, no.
Oh yeah,
I think
for
what
sure.
happened. Yeah, so
for
they were like,
sure, man.
yeah,
like,
they were partying, you know, at somebody's house. Which that's another thing. You know, this is at somebody's parents' house. I'm willing to bet that the parents know that they're drinking there, and
Yeah,
like all
sure.
that's happening. Those parents should go to jail for. I mean, we all partied when we were kids, though, but like. I never had any conversations like that. And
Hell no.
Yeah,
Hell
so
no.
like, you know, it's just, it just baffles me that, you know, we all know that like racism is alive and well in America, obviously, with where our country is right now, but you don't really know how bad it is until somebody catches some shit like that,
for
you
sure.
know?
And it got so bad that Alabama.com actually posted the article. So
yeah.
if you're interested in the story, Zach will post a link if you actually want to see these pieces of shit,
Yeah.
you can do it. Because the kid on the couch, he doesn't say anything. He's just literally laughing.
No one is saying anything. That's the sad part.
Yeah.
Nobody stands up and goes, hey, this is fucked up. You should stop. You know, like everyone is just in on it.
So did they post it because they thought it was funny?
I think because
he
the video that
definitely-
I saw, here's what happened. I don't think anybody posted it. I
Yeah.
think that their dumbasses put it on Snapchat on a story, or they sent it to some people.
somebody
and
recorded
somebody
it.
video recorded it, like
Yes.
you can do, thankfully, on the iPhone now. And they were like, "Fuck this, you're going down."
And the thing is, I've been thinking about this for a while. Something similar happened at my old high school, where like it was a bunch of white kids, and they were jokingly with one of their black friends. They were like jokingly took a picture, and apparently they were all in on it. It was supposed to be like some kind of like dark
I
humor,
remember that.
quote unquote shit.
Yep.
Where like they were all putting their foot on the one kid.
yeah.
And like I remember my mom telling me about this, and I was like, when I went to high school, we were dumbasses at my high school. Like everybody was. We never did shit like that.
Right.
And the thing is, I was thinking about this not that long ago. I was like, it's. I mean, these are just dumbass kids, but I was like, you have to realize that everybody in society, in like the public, they have a phone, they have a camera, so they can record you doing anything, and that can go viral at any time. So you have to be like extremely careful what you're doing, no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like,
And that's
But-
even if you are like that. If you are like that, you had to be double cautious.
yeah, it's.
But the moral of the story at the end of the day is don't be a fucking racist piece of shit.
Yeah.
Because
Yes, for sure. That's what I'm getting on to.
If I see you, you will get stomped. Sorry, but
no.
you know that's the way it goes. I feel that strongly about it. Like,
And
Sure.
we never really get into this kind of stuff on the podcast ever, but like for that we're all on the same.
Yeah.
same
I mean,
boat.
I hope we don't have any fans that are like, dude, racism is kind of cool.
Yeah, if
Don't
you're
take that out
if
of
you're a
context.
racist and you're a fan of this podcast, like just don't listen anymore, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Better off without you.
You know, I just figured that it would be something that we would bring up first because it's such a big deal, and
We'll
like
show you after the podcast.
yeah,
too.
like it is so bad that it was sent to me this morning, and I could not finish the whole entire video because it was just so. Oh my god, it's disgusting.
I saw it on
Like,
Twitter.
Yep, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I
Yes.
didn't hear anything about it, but I've been at work all day. I didn't
Yep.
been on my phone that much, so
I'd like to see what the repercussions of that is.
Probably
nothing.
sadly, nothing
think
at
so.
Spain Park High School.
if anything,
Like,
suspension or who knows. I
I mean, they could get expelled, but at the end of the day, like if you look at the demographic of students that go to Spain Park High School,
I mean, it's
those kids'
Spain
parents have
Park.
money. They're still going to get scholarships. They're still going to go to big universities. They're still going to be fine. Like it's going to get swept under the rug, and it's going to unfortunately get forgotten about probably. And it's so sad that we're in 2019 and that is still going on. Like, oh man, it really gets
I wonder,
my gears growing.
what's that hardcore band that just did something edgy like that?
Oh yeah, Revenge Season.
Yeah.
Yep.
there was that
Yep.
whole
It's so
shtick.
sad too because Morgan, the vocalist of the band, we've hung out in multiple situations. Forced Neglect went on tour with them. You know, I've hung out with them multiple times. She's a really nice girl, but no, it's unacceptable. It's unacceptable.
See, I'm unfamiliar
Wait, is that the
with
band that
story.
did the split with?
No, that one is I can't remember the name
They're
of the
from
band
Florida.
that did. Yeah, they're from
Okay.
Florida.
Oh, I can't remember their name either.
But yeah, no, Revenge Season. Yeah, they were getting ready to play.
Some fest.
Big
Yeah,
fest.
it's a new festival in Florida. I think it's like this is its second year that it went on, but the lineup was pretty good from what I saw of it. But yeah, the day before they were getting ready to go to the fest, one of the members of the band
Like
put the text messages out on Twitter and said, "Have at it." And they had to drop off
crazy.
the fest.
Like I dropped off everything and like they were done. You know?
And you know, when you play a festival, when you get invited to play a festival like that, even as new as that is, I mean, I've been watching on YouTube, you know, live sets of those shows from that festival.
I've
mean,
seen a lot of it, yeah.
large attendance of people. That's like if you want
It
your
was-
band to get out there,
It was
that's how
really
you do it.
It was really successful for like as like new of as a fest it was, and I remember seeing its name and I was like, I haven't really heard of that before, but it looked like a lot of people were there and it looked like a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
But it's good that there's people out there that are willing to take screenshots and take video of that and put that shit out there and
Mhm.
Yeah,
not be
'cause-
like, oh, these guys, they fucking suck, and then just swipe like nothing ever happened.
And
Like,
it's crazy.
It's the people who are putting that out there.
Especially for like hardcore, because hardcore was like kind of known for its ignorance a little bit, like in the older days.
Oh yeah, a
where,
long
like,
time ago.
I hate God and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I
mean-
Blood for Blood, like a band that I enjoy, but some misogynistic pieces of shit for sure. Like back in the day, hardcore was like you had bands that like made a difference, and they made their mark on hardcore. But you've also got bands in hardcore that were just not good people, and they still made their stance in it because you know it is what it is. But yeah, no. It's call out season 2019. So if you do some
Wow.
fucked up shit,
Albums coming
It's
out?
no.
Call outs.
yeah, if you do some fucked up shit in
Well,
2019,
What do
you're
they call it now? Is canceled culture
Yeah,
or something
you're,
like that?
yeah, you're canceled.
Yeah.
Canceled. Anyway, you know, this is America.
So let's talk about this money. Okay, so I know if you're a video watcher, you're probably wondering why there's a big stack on the table of money.
We got this mic stand all spread out across the table today.
So this is what Philip was talking about in like the first
The
episode.
very first episode. Go check that one out. It's a solid first
Is
episode.
this still $40,000 of
No.
fake money?
No,
So-
it's like
what
a
is this?
random ass.
So
How much? How much do you think this is?
how much? I know how much.
But I
it
wish
is.
it was real.
How much do y'all think it is?
Mondo a lot.
I'd say $40,000.
40,000.
lot, dude.
Dude.
It's 6,000.
Okay.
6,000.
No, it's 12,000.
Okay.
12,000. Yeah.
Mondo.
So
Just $12,000 on the table. No big
okay,
deal.
so what happened today is my friend Bag Boy, or Eric, whatever.
What a change. My friend Bag Boy, aka Eric.
Not the opposite way, but Eric was came over to we shot a video for his best friend Abel, and he accidentally kept the money in his pocket.
It's fake money that Tim uses for like music videos, so they can be like, "Yo, what's up? What up?" You know?
Yeah,
flexing without flexing.
Yeah,
because you don't want to lose any of that real money.
Right.
True.
And now, so this is my second batch of it. Because at first I ordered $40,000 of it, which is episode 2 of the Mochi podcast. If you want to listen to it, it was with Phil. And that 40,000 is whittled down to about, I think, $5,000. It's like $5,000. I have them all.
I believe it. I mean, after you told the story about the people with no power.
So for all the audio listeners,
hey man, money comes and money goes.
that's the money. So this was in an envelope today.
So this showed up in the mailbox.
So to go ahead and tell you what like I experienced. So go ahead and give it here.
Just so people can see it.
So I get home and I'm like, all right, cool. I was gonna go check the mail and see if like anybody has checked the mail today. And I opened the mailbox to see like this in the mailbox, partially opened like this, so I can only see the hundreds. And I'm like, that's a lot of hundreds.
So it's for the audio listeners, it's an envelope half open with a bunch of $100
with about
bills.
Almost 10 grand worth of fake.
And I'm looking at it and I'm like, my heart starts going like, and I'm like, this is somebody's dirty money that they had to get rid of it, and they dumped it in our mailbox. And I was about to be like, Tim,
where's Ashton Kutcher at?
Is this
come get me?
Is this like your friend's money? I was like, because if it's not, I'm about to secure the bag.
Yes, secure the bag. Dude, I wouldn't have even said that. I'd have been like, bag secured.
I told him.
Dude, I was stressing.
He sent it to me on text, and I texted him immediately. I said, I was like, imagine if you had said, "Hey man, I'm just going to pay my rent for the rest of the month, and I just bought this Mickey figure," and sent me like a picture of a Mickey figure. But Mickey auto-corrected to Mike.
Of course,
this Mike figure.
Yeah, my favorite, my anime idol, Mike. No, he said Michael Jordan, and I was like, a Miku figure in a 23 like Bulls jersey or something.
That would be sick.
Buy the shit out of that.
Yeah, I probably would too.
But damn, yeah.
What Jays would you wear?
Dude, I mean, it'd be the ones, man.
Ones?
The red and white ones, bro. Have to be. I mean, that's what goes with the jersey.
Whew.
With the jersey
Drip.
But anyway,
dude,
so
I was so stressed. I was like thinking it was real, and I was like, dude, this is sketchy. Then I was looking through the money, and I was like, thank God it says it's fake.
So I buy this money for rappers because, you know, one of the big things is like, how can you be a rapper and you don't have like money in your video? Mm-hmm. That's a big thing, especially like I always think of like "Make It Rain" by Fat Joe and Lil Wayne.
Yeah,
imagine that video had no money in it,
or Duffel Bag Boy.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah. It wouldn't be a video. It'd just be like them acting
and you
silly.
can't tell. Like you literally like you. If I was like, you don't need.
Nah,
you can tell kind of.
I'm looking at it right now. I'm like, dang, dude.
Yeah,
that's beautiful.
Man. It makes you feel something.
Yeah,
too.
I know it really does.
That's my boy.
That's
Nah, man. And even like one of the rappers or one of the guys on the videos that you shot for, he's like, bro, let me get 1,000 of that. We talked about that on a previous podcast. Yeah. Like it does look legitimate enough.
He had bad intentions though, and he put that out there. But it's also funny too, seeing the behind the scenes of knowing these rappers that Tim is shooting. Like for instance, one of the rappers he shoots, he showed up to the location and they didn't pay their power bill. They didn't have enough money to pay for power.
I remember that.
And then in the video, they're like flexing all this money, and it's like,
and then you got no power.
You have no power.
I'm still pissed about that video because that video was the reason why most of that money got ruined.
Yeah,
because they had animals everywhere, stepped in dog shit, and then they stepped in the money.
They probably used it to pay that month's power bill. Actually,
that sounds awful.
All the money.
I would love to see them give them that. God, I had a couple shoots where like I give it to the rappers and like I know 100% some of the rappers pocket some of that, and I'll worry about them because I haven't heard from them.
But how much is it? How much is it to buy a stack of cheap? So like $12 or something.
It was 13. It was 13 for this full stack.
What, on Amazon?
Yeah, just on Amazon. So if you ever want any prop money, I guess you can buy it off Amazon.
For $13, you get a stack, a fat stack.
To flex on Instagram, and that's
ASMR.
You hear this? It's Asmir, bro.
Asmir. You got it. Sorry.
I'm sorry. You're the only people I know that call it Asmir.
Yeah. You're the only person I know who calls it Asmir too.
Can you hear this?
You're the only person I know who says a lot of things, Tim.
Yeah, dude. Screw AirPods. You hear this?
Money.
You didn't hear that, but This is me smacking for all my audio listeners. This is me smacking Zach in the face with the money. Video. People watching, ignore that.
Yeah, you did just
look
do that.
Look away from the screen.
Enhance.
Censor bar.
So, anyways, let's let Hunter take control. Hunter, what's been up, man? It's been a minute.
Yeah, dude, it has been.
You know, not
Welcome
much.
back, man.
Yeah, I'm glad to be back. You know, I love you guys. I love this podcast. I listen every week.
And you love your job a lot.
Yeah, I do love my job.
Dude,
live
you post
there.
some awesome pictures from your job, man.
Dude, so since the last time I saw you guys, I did get a promotion at my job.
Congrats.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Heck yeah, dude.
Glad your back didn't hurt,
I'm
by
basically no, it's all good. It's all
Forgot.
good. It's past that hurt time now. It's just
Okay, good.
itching. Yeah. So I got a promotion at my job. I'm now in the operations department at Shipped. So, like the
Nice.
greatest, the first thing I can say about it is it's the greatest company I've ever worked for in my entire life. You know, if you guys like look at my Instagram or sometimes, you know, on Facebook, we'll even put stuff on there. I mean, like we really like the team that I'm on, like we really like look out for each other and, you know, we really are a team and we work well together. And, you know, we also, you know, a lot of people will go to their job and they hate their job. They hate going there. They can't stand it, you know, but me, like I go into my job every day knowing that I'm going to be hanging out with like the best friends that I've ever made in my life. And then also like, you know, I'm doing work, but like we're in such a great work environment that everybody's having fun.
Yeah, it
I mean, feel like work.
No,
right?
no. One of my friends who, you know, was in my department, Reed, he just got a promotion, a really big one, and on Sunday was his last day. And we had wine and cheese and meat, like, you know, basically like one giant charcuterie board. And yeah, we
Awesome.
just saw him out properly. You know, everybody gets that treatment. It's like yeah, but I mean, essentially, yeah, I live there. But you know, of course, getting tattooed. Started on a big back piece.
Oh yeah, let's talk about
yeah.
that.
I'll take a picture after the
insane
podcast.
back piece.
It's coming together. And of course, it's unfinished, but you know, with a piece that big that covers your entire back, it's going to take some time. But you know, same dudes, Good Neighbor Body Art, Paul and Jay, they actually ended up going tandem on it.
Two guys,
Yeah,
dude.
two people at one time.
Because Hayden showed us video of that, and I'm like,
Yep.
oh my!
Freaking
Like,
gnarly.
what type of headspace do you just like go into like a state of like
Nirvana.
meditation almost? Yeah,
It's definitely like a spiritual experience, honestly. I mean, like you're going through so many roller coaster emotions of pain. Like, you know, sometimes it's up and you're fine, and then you hit the lowest point and you're like in so much pain you
Right.
can't even think straight. You know, like, and it's hard sometimes. These last two sessions that I'm 3 sessions in, lining, shading, and then color, a little bit of color. But that first session when I was lining it, oh my gosh, man, it was like a busy day at the shop. People were coming in and out. People were like, oh my gosh, does that hurt? They were like wanting to talk to me and shit. And I was like, you know, I'd love to talk to you right now, but like I
feel
can't.
that.
Right.
I
feel
cannot
that
talk to you
for
right
sure.
now. And people are, you know, my friends are coming in and they're like, man, I'd hate to be in your position right now.
I wouldn't be saying that.
No
I would not be saying that to you. I'd be like, I wish I was in your position. That's f***ing dope.
Yeah. No, one of my friends, Krista, actually, she cuts my hair. She actually ended up getting there. She was getting a tattoo. Johnny Stallings from Atlanta, he was in town doing a guest spot. And she actually just randomly showed up to get a tattoo from him with a bunch of her coworkers from the barbershop.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, I'm like laying face down on the thing. So all she can see is the haircut she literally gave me 3 days ago.
wow.
And she's like looking at the back of my head and she's like, oh man, like I feel like I know this person somehow. And then like I lift my head up and she goes, oh, Hunter, what's up? Yeah. And like we went to high school together and like she was literally the only person that was there that was like not bothering the shit out of me. Like,
Right.
but she was like, she was being so sweet. She felt for me. She was like rubbing the back of my leg and stuff and was like, I feel so bad for you right now, you know? But I mean, honestly, like, yeah, it's like an experience, but, you would think like both of them doing it at the same time, it would be a little more painful than just one person. But honestly, your body can't tell the difference between,
Right.
you know, one person or the other. So the pain level is pretty much exactly the same.
Yeah.
It's just like, you know, you're getting it done in half the time.
Now, about how long are you there per session though? Like 8 hours.
That first
6?
lining session is the longest one because like once the stencil's on your back, on a big piece like that, you
Right.
can't just back out,
Right.
halfway through the lining. Like you have to get all of the line work done. That one took, it was like 3 hours and 45 minutes, but I'd usually just round it up to 4 because, but if it was just one of them doing that line work would have taken 6 hours probably, maybe longer than that. But, they got it done quick. I've had 2 more sessions since then. We did a little bit of shading, got some color done. I just went in there, I guess that was, what night did we see Lords of Chaos?
That would have been last Tuesday.
Yeah.
So about a week ago.
Yeah, last Tuesday I went and got some color done, and then
because I saw you and you had like wrap on your back, and I was like, this boy just got out of the shop.
Yeah. I was late to the movie because they were like, we were working on it, and I told them, I was like, yo, we got to get this done. Like I got to go to this movie, and then we get done where we get what we think is done, and we're sitting outside, and I got a ride to the movie, and they were already there, and Paul and Jay are like, just sit down, like we'll get it done like in like 15 minutes. And I was like, there's no way. So there's literally, like you'll see in the picture, all of it's a Hanya mask with a dragon behind it. You'll see in the Hanya mask that most of the mask is all colored in except for the nose. So my Hanya mask looks like a Muppet character right now because the nose is humongous and it's just
Cardi
skin
B?
color. Yeah, it looks like Cardi B on my back. But I've been getting tattooed, and I'm going to see our boy Rizzo Wednesday. That'll be this is Friday, so this will be like 2 days prior.
So a full back piece. What's the most painful? Around the ribs?
Honestly,
What'd you say?
like a lot of it doesn't bleed over into the ribs, so I'll go ahead and say the worst part is the bottom, closer to your butt and like where your
Spine,
where your
or your
tailbone is,
Right.
dude.
Yeah.
Like when they hit that, it's like,
I believe it.
oh
yeah.
my gosh! Just imagine like the entire time that I'm getting tattooed in all 3 sessions, like everything's like I can deal with it,
Right.
But then as soon as they get down to that tailbone area, it's like a sharp just, and I'm like. I'm like just freaking out, dude.
I
Please
can't
add
even
that
imagine.
into the Instagram
I
video.
cannot imagine.
Yeah, and like whenever Zach Smith was talking about, because he has like his butt tattoo parts of his butt. I remember seeing him not long
Oh
after
my
when he
God.
got his butt tattooed, because he has like a whole like Japanese like back piece or whatever, and
He's
parts of
got
those.
most of a bodysuit done.
Yeah,
Chad Soner, that shit is sick, man.
It's gorgeous. I remember him like we were sitting in IHOP one time. This was years ago, and he had got it done, and he was like trying to like itch part of like where his tattoo was, and he was just going, spanking himself. And we were like, "What are you doing, Zach?" He's like, "Oh, sorry, I got my butt tattooed recently."
Yeah.
He was like, "Man, it was bad."
Yeah, dude, and that's intense. See, mine will eventually end. I'm not doing it like Zach did. Zach, dude, I don't know how he did that. One person, and then complete like outline all the way down your back, all the way down your butt, all the way down the back of your leg, like all of that. And then all the coloring too, because like if you get that traditional bodysuit,
coloring,
that's going in your ass crack, dude. It ain't just that like imagine getting the inside of your ass crack tattooed.
It's a lot of coloring, and it's a lot of like it's bold,
like
very bold.
black, and a lot of bold color. Like, but his back is the best like backside of a bodysuit I've ever seen.
So how is it going back to work right after you get that done on your back? Like you work a desk job. Is
I work
weird?
a desk job,
Like,
so like most of the time, like I just won't put my back on the seat because like it's swollen and it's like it feels like a bruise, so I won't put my back on the seat, or I'll just stand up. We've got those desks where like it's got a button on the bottom of it where like you can lift the desk
Like a
up so you can stand up and sit down. We got this thing at work called Bully Power Hour that we do, and it's standing for bullies. You either stand for them or against them, but either way you're just standing up. It's a good way to you stand up for an hour a day. You work a desk job. Sometimes it's 8 to 10 hours a day. You need to at least stand up 1 hour, or else you're gonna, screw up your back or whatever. But I usually just try to do that. And then after like 2 days, that like swelling and that bruising pain goes away so I can lean back in my chair.
Right.
But the itching is honestly the worst part. I can deal with the pain. It's just that when it's like a large scale part of the area where like it just itches so bad, I look stupid. I'm literally in there like...
You walked in the door and immediately started scratching your back.
Yeah, and like, or just patting the shit out of it, and people are just like, what is this dude doing? I can't imagine like what my coworkers, like I said, I love them, like my whole entire floor, like they all know, and like I can only imagine the people that don't know, and they just see me like patting the shit out of my back, and they're like, why did we hire this guy? What is he doing? But nah, it's an experience. I love it. You know, as all of you know, like I love tattoos. I'm very passionate about it. And I had been talking to Paul about doing my back for a really long time. And then, you know, with the new year, I was like, that's what I'm going to do.
Let's do it. Pull
the
trigger. Let's do it.
My favorite thing is because I saw you when I was getting my tattoo.
Oh, yeah. You saw it right after it was lined.
And I was like, how much money is shit paying you? And that's like the crazy part of the story, other than the tattoo, is how you.
It's a funny story. Yeah. I had an old. A lot of people don't know what I'm talking about when I say it. Some people will, but like tobacco shops. When you go into like old tobacco shops, they all have these big wood carved. Native American Indian chief statues, but I got one from my grandma that's like this tall. It's like an antique. It's huge. And when I got it like 2 years ago, I showed it to Paul and he said, dude, that shit is sick. If you ever want to part ways with that, I'll tattoo you. And I was like, nah, I'll never do that. And then I started thinking about it. I was like, this piece is cool, but it's, one of those things that like, what if something happens? What if I lose it? What if it could be anything. Mm-hmm. Whereas if I put it in the shop, like all the art they have in there, everything that they've kept up with over the years, it'll stay in that shop, or it will be somewhere where it will be displayed and people can appreciate it.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
And then on top of that, it's like, I just asked him, I was like, if I trade you this, will you tattoo my back? And he said, yeah. So now I have like a piece on my back that has a memory attached to it, and it'll be there forever. I'm not losing this. It's staying there. So,
and it's a story now for the rest of your life too.
Yep.
And I like where they put the statue. It's literally right where you wait to get tattooed.
Yep.
So
It's
you
right
see it no matter what.
Yeah.
Right in the front, it's got a little. He's like holding like a cup thing, so they keep all their pins in there for when people like
I've seen it.
fill out
I haven't
paperwork
seen
and
it yet.
stuff. Yeah, it's super sick.
It's awesome.
I loved it. I had it for 2 years, and then I just said, but I was like, you know what? Like, I'm just gonna ask.
And also, because you're always there, it's not like you ever really lost.
That's what I was gonna say.
Exactly. I mean, I'm there almost every day, if not at least 5 times a week, like just hanging out.
So how's that internship going? You almost there?
Well, I am. No, they just said this. One of our friends, Max Diaz, he just moved to. He's another one of those dudes that like would just come and hang out at the shop all the time. He just moved to New York. He got this badass job where he's like teaching Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
I saw about that.
Yeah, at this martial arts place.
Epic.
And he's living in New York City, and like it's perfect for him, and like I mean he's vegan, straight edge. He rides bikes a lot, and I mean it's perfect for him. He seems to be loving it. But they used to say that Max works there as the friend. So now Max is gone. So now I'm there. So they were making a joke the other day. They were like, "Yeah, you have to put on your Facebook page that you work at Good Neighbor Body Art as the new Max Diaz." And so,
like, you gonna pay me? Or?
Yeah, nah. They pay me in friendship and good times and hugs.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
And hurting me, whenever I can.
Your best friend's supposed to hurt you every once in a while,
dude. And I love those dudes. I call them my best friends. They're the shit. Everybody I know that goes in there loves them, and yeah. If you like getting tattooed, or you like tattoos, or you want to get a tattoo, you should go there because it's like a family.
And I was thinking about this week, whatever, probably yesterday, about Good Neighbor as opposed to whenever I get tattooed at 222, and how like it's very different, whatever. And I would I support both those shops all the way, but I'm thinking whenever I get tattooed at Good Neighbor, it's like more of a hangout.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And like, so I have like 2 different experiences of getting tattooed, whereas I get tattooed by Rizzo. I mean, at the 222, they have their own studios.
Mm-hmm.
So it feels more like it's like not a hangout, but more like a relaxing, like a place to relax, and almost like a like therapy session. I don't want to make it sound corny.
No.
Right?
It's essentially the difference between a street shop and a studio shop.
Yeah.
And that's all it is. And
And-
Rizzo, he's into that American traditional stuff,
Yeah.
Japanese traditional stuff. So I mean, he knows the difference, and like that's just what it is. I like both of them too. Though.
I like both of them a lot. And whenever it's just, I don't know which one I prefer though, because they're both like, it feels like sometimes when
wouldn't
I'm
say.
hanging out at, I say what?
I wouldn't say.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah,
say
no.
who you prefer.
No, and
Yeah.
I'm not shop or which prefer or whatever, but I'm just saying like it's two different experiences. I feel like everybody, if they get tattooed, they should experience both of
Oh,
those.
yeah.
Right,
It's
right.
very important.
Personal like studio tattooing, whatever, and then like hanging out with a bunch of people and like the walk-in whole thing, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I love both of them, and it's just like whenever I get tattooed hanging out at a Good Neighbor, it's like it feels like I don't even like realize I'm getting tattooed sometimes because
Yeah.
everybody's around me. I'm talking to everybody about like bullshit and stuff,
Bunch of
whatever.
people
And
sitting
then when I'm
around
getting tattooed at
bullshit.
222, it's like I'm more like relaxed. It's almost like I'm just like chilling more. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So
It was cool getting that perspective from Tim because he shot a promo video for both
Yep.
Good Neighbor and
Yeah.
Triple Two.
Yep.
Triple Two looks like a damn museum, man.
Dude, they love this podcast for sure. Like when the last episode that I was on, I told Jay and Paul and Ryan and Zach, I was like, yeah, we talked about the shop on the podcast. I was so worried that I wasn't going to do them justice, or I was going to get on here and talk about a bunch of shit I don't know anything about because I'm not a tattooer, I'm just a collector.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's essentially like being a collector, like that's the closest thing that you can get to being a tattooer without being a tattooer. Nobody just comes in and goes, I want a full back piece. You
Right,
know?
right.
Like,
You're
people
also-
come in and like, can I get a heart on my wrist,
Right.
please?
On my leg,
like
I want a little dinosaur.
yeah,
right
can I
there.
get a like single needle dinosaur like right here on my
Yeah.
arm?
I
But
need a-
shout out to them doing that and making that quick bag real quick.
Making that quick bag, baby.
Yeah.
Pay the bills.
Yeah.
But I just I hang out up there all the time. It's exactly like you said. It's just a family. People are like sitting around shooting the shit, hanging out. You're talking to everybody, like as opposed to 222 where it's like I like that too, because I can just go in there and it's just me and Rizzo.
Nobody's bothering you,
Yeah.
quote unquote. Like you said. And
Oh,
I really like.
if I would have
that,
been
too.
getting my back tattooed at 222 and nobody could bother me, that'd be sick. But
Yeah.
that's the best part about it is when I went into 222 and I'll be going in like this week, it's just me and Rizzo.
Yeah.
So it's just a me and Rizzo conversation.
Yeah.
And
That's
we
pretty
get to
cool,
talk to
too.
each other,
Yeah.
and it's like that's how you really get to know somebody
Yeah.
on a different level, especially somebody who's putting art on your body forever.
For sure, yeah. I feel like that's what I said. If you get tattooed, I feel like you should experience both of those, and like because they're like it's both awesome.
Two
for
completely different worlds, but
Very awesome.
both shops have tattooers, and tattooers are not always the same, but they all have kind of come up on the same information. They're all
for sure.
brought up on the same stuff. So I don't know. Just go get tattooed. It's fun and it's cool, and
Like
you
you
only
said the
live
last
one
time.
time, so you might as well do it.
sure. Like I said the last time, I think everybody should get done at least once.
That's what I was gonna say. I think he brought it up on
Even
his
you,
last
Jimbo.
episode. Like, just go do it. Even Jimbo.
Even you, Jimbo.
Shout out to you, Jimbo.
Yeah.
Getting called out.
Jimbo, I don't know you, but you should just do it.
You want to talk about that, Tim? About how like you showed. We never brought that up on the podcast. About
Yeah.
how
So, we were scared, I was scared for like a while because my parents didn't know how to tattoo, and I got Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
man!
You notice that I don't know. You listen to the podcast, but do you notice how I never really talk about my tattoos ever?
Yeah.
It was because my mom listens to the podcast every single week.
Shout out, mom, dude.
Yeah.
That's tight, man. Your parents really support you, dude. That's awesome.
You saw that video where
Yeah.
I was watching it with them, right?
And the
So, like,
egg. Oh yeah. Speaking of the egg, real quick before we get into that, I saw that. I went to the
I'm gonna
bar.
go
I went to
get
the
one.
bar one night and I got an egg and I
No,
was
you
like,
didn't.
y'all aren't gonna believe this.
Shut up.
Yeah. I swear to God, dude. At Black Market, I was at Black Market. First of all, I'm sitting in Black Market with my shirt off. Like, this is the one place that like I can go in there sometimes, and if I get drunk enough, I can just take my shirt off in the bar, and there's like old people. Yeah,
I've seen videos, and
Yeah.
I'm like, that's just Hunter being
like there's like old people like looking at me all crazy and shit. But I'm sitting at the bar. I'm like, give me an egg right now, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all some crazy ass shit.
Oh my god.
And so I go get the egg, and they're all like standing there, like looking at me. I'm like, you can take your fingers and try to squeeze this egg from top to bottom as hard as you can. I don't care how many fingers. You can use your other hand if you want to, and you will not be able to break this. And they were like, I don't believe it. And I was like, watch. And I started doing it. Everybody was like backing up because they were scared they were going to get egg on them. Yeah. And I was like taking multiple fingers, and I was just like,
I did the same thing.
Like my arm was just like, and they were
veins
like,
are
I don't
popping.
believe it. So I gave it to Curtis. He works behind the bar at Black Market. I gave it to him. I was like, do it. I don't care. Like, just do it. And he
it
goes,
cracks.
and no, it didn't work. And everybody around the table did it, and everybody's freaking out. So I was like, yeah, dude.
Because that's the thing, you
podcast.
can't base that off of somebody's reaction, because even the videos that Tim took of Jimbo, you can't. I mean, it looks like they're faking it. You can't show like strength. I'll take one.
I'll take one too. If you
You
got
need
one.
to, need a
Oh,
bottle.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna get my keys.
You got the bottle opener.
I'll go get this.
Oh, if you can please go get the bottle opener. Oh no, not the light.
For the audio listeners, Hunter's passing around Modelo's because he's the man.
It's Modelo time.
But yeah, dude, we've been talking about we want to do the egg challenge on the podcast one day.
Dude, yeah, that was the craziest thing I had ever seen. I was like, oh my god.
But it's like I said, it's one of those things you really don't know until you try it yourself, because it just doesn't convey.
It doesn't
they were
sound
freaking
real.
out, dude.
Right. It doesn't
Yeah.
sound real. And you're like, dude, this is a load of shit. And then you're like, why is this egg stronger than me?
Yeah. Doesn't it make you feel so not powerful?
Emasculating.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you're not powerful because you can't squish an egg from top to bottom. Like, you think Goku could squish that egg from top to bottom?
I'd like to see Frieza,
Dude, yeah.
Frieza try.
Dude, that would be the best because Lord Frieza.
Oh my god, something's wrong with this egg. It's not me. I'm the most powerful being in the world.
Oh God, Tim
Now-
brought an egg.
dude.
Tim got an egg. All right, here we go. My fear is that it does. My fear is that it does break, but then it shatters and the shell, like the shards, go into my
I'm leaving the
fingers.
money.
Oh yeah. By the way, y'all be careful opening up these beers. I did drop one in the living room earlier, and yeah, one of y'all is gonna get a surprise. Maybe, probably not. It's had enough time to settle, but just in case, you know.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
It's gonna be me. It's gonna be me.
All right, Hayden, break the egg.
Break it, Lord Frieza.
Break it. Come on, try.
Bust down, Lord Frieza.
Goku.
Bust it.
I can't believe how terrible of a voice actor
Come on,
he
brother.
is. Oh god.
Come on.
Hayden, do it.
Harder.
Pussy.
Try. Do it. Try.
I'm going to break my hand doing it.
You're not even trying.
Dude, you can't. You can't.
Hayden's not even trying.
Dude,
pass me
He's
the egg.
literally not even trying.
This is so crazy.
All right, we
man.
pass it off to Tim. Tim's trying. You're just shaking it like a maraca. You're not squeezing.
Use the chakra.
Your muscles.
Use your chakra. Use your nin.
That's
here we go.
insane, dude.
Use your
I
Hayden.
even did it like this, dude. Y'all watch this.
Dude, that is crazy.
Well,
Whoa!
I just broke the egg on the table. I used both hands.
Oh my god.
You cheater.
This is why we don't eat on the
my
podcast.
God.
No food on the podcast.
Thank you, Hunter.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Hunter is
Dude.
the... Oh, the
fucking-
yolk is everywhere. Hunter is the strongest man
I
alive.
just licked it for real, dude.
Wow. Wow.
All right, yeah, let's clean this
Okay, pause the podcast.
up. Damn it, pause the podcast.
We'll be right back.
Time out.
You ever had a? Do you like Kit Kats?
Yeah, hell yeah.
You ever had the Japanese Kit Kats?
No, but I've seen them.
Very good.
I've seen
I
them.
don't
They have
know.
like multiple color ones.
Zach hate them. Zach bought a whole bag of
They're
them.
hit or miss. I bought the strawberry ones. They were no
Stop.
good. Because they were Japanese, but I bought them from an Amazon seller. And I think those are just ones that they had like in their closet for like 4 years. I was like, I should sell
Very
these.
possible.
And then I bought them, and they were just not good at all.
Speaking
They were
of
just
your
going through their closet. They're like, oh man, look at these Kit Kat bars I bought like 5 years
Wow,
ago.
I don't know why that just brought it up in my head about your closet because you said that, and
My closet.
yeah, and it just made me think of Jen and
Chin.
Jennifer. So me and Zach have been friends for a long time, coming up almost on a decade.
Oh, it's been a decade.
It hasn't been a decade yet, has
It's
it?
been a decade.
No.
Yeah, it's been like 12 years.
Okay, no.
I've known you for like 15 years.
I've known you for like 1,700 years.
Boy, I've known you for like...
How old are you? 26 years.
I've known you 26 years, boy.
But his mom's best friend, all the way growing up, just thought that Zach grew weed in his closet.
Because he did.
They're like
weed fiend.
She always thought that me and Zach were just getting high
Yeah.
and just
Yeah.
doing drugs.
She was,
Oh my god.
she was very gullible, and to the point where she believed anything that you say. She believes anything. She would believe anything that was posted on Facebook.
Those are the best people.
She's just like she
Oh, yeah.
soaks it in and was like, "Oh, you said this? That's 100% real."
Yeah, she's the one seeing the Onion, articles, and she's like, "Oh my god, I
Exactly.
can't believe that."
So my mother and father,
Spain Park.
I was born with resting bitch face, and my mom acknowledges it. And so one day I come home after church of all places with resting bitch face, and my mom says, "Man, you look high." And then Jennifer says, "He is high. Is he high? Oh my God, do you know that he smokes?"
You're on the pot.
And then my response is, "Yeah, I grow it in my closet." And that was it. That was from then on. She's like,
Confirmed.
You grow it in your closet. You grow it in your closet." And at the time, one of my best friends was her son, Logan.
And then she's coming to you, and she's like, "Hey, can I get some?"
But
of
I
that
understand
closet
why
pot?"
this is like his mom's best friend because she gets to live with this all the time, and I'm like, I
Yes.
bet it's just
Yes.
amazing.
So we tuned in on it. We know that she's so gullible, so we would like fake her out with just shit. And so I went out one night with her son Logan, and when we came home, we're in the driveway, and I'm like, "Hey," like his mom was over, and I'm like, "When we go inside, don't say anything. Just walk through the living room and go straight up the stairs. Don't say anything." I'm like, "Your mom is gonna flip her shit thinking that we were doing something or that we're on something." He's like, "All right, bet." So we bet. And sure enough, we walk in the door. They're both sitting in the living room. We don't say a word. We just walk through the living room, and then we don't even make it halfway up the steps. And his mom's like, "What have you been doing? What are you on? Come here. Come right here. Come. No, you're going to sit right in front of me and look me in the face and tell me what you've been doing tonight." And we're like,
All we did was go to Wingafish.
Yeah. We grew weed. That's all we did at Wingafish.
yeah.
We're not only are we growing weed in my closet, but we're growing it in the back of Wingafish.
Yeah. Yeah.
What makes the food so good?
So, yeah. What made you think of that?
Because you just said like in your closet or something. Because the thing is like Zach's closet is crazy. Because Zach's closet is about as big as this closet. Okay. Maybe
the average size closet.
Maybe
for
yeah,
everyone
average size.
listening.
And Zach had so much stuff in his closet to the point where it shut, but every time you opened it, something would fall out. But there was clothes, there was video games in it. There is his whole closet of hoodies in there. There was old T-shirts that he didn't press. There was like
I'll say this: at one point in time, I had moved my computer desk into the closet because it was big enough to be like a studio. When Tim and I would do our parody,
Yeah, you're not
raps.
growing weed in that closet.
Definitely not. Definitely not. So yeah, it was a big closet. I had my screen print press in there for a while too.
Dang.
that's crazy. How
That's enough space for that.
It was big. It was a
Dang.
big closet, man.
Dang.
Yeah,
That's
we
crazy.
did a lot of like really like
That room has seen so many different variations because it was Alex's room, then I moved into it, and then it was a screen print room, and then it was the workout room, and now it's Lake's room.
Lake.
Lake. Wish he was here tonight, man.
what a good
I
laugh.
still haven't met Lake. Still haven't
Really?
met him in person. Nope.
Oh, wow.
Nope. See him on the podcast.
He's a legend.
He's seen me on the podcast.
He is a legend, dude. He's such
You
a
know?
rad dude.
Yeah, I bet
He's
he
so
is.
cool.
Seems like a rad
It's
dude.
crazy.
Shout out Lake, dude.
Everybody
We'll meet at some point.
Everybody sees Lake. They're like, dude, is Lake coming? A lot of people say that every time we're somewhere. They're like, man, is Lake coming?
I told you, man. It's the only reason why we have any like female like audience is Lake.
Yeah,
Dang, Lake.
that fire crotch, boy.
Hot dog buns and Smirnoff Ice, dude. Dude,
He
hey.
knows. He
Look,
knows.
Mochi
Purple
podcast.
shirts.
We're gonna have a Mochi podcast go out, dude, and I'm just gonna ice you everywhere we go, dude.
Yes. I cannot wait.
Dude, we'll have a great time. I promise.
Be so good.
Go out at night, dude. It'll be like an episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, dude.
He'll be sure to wash his purple shirt. Don't worry.
boys go to
or the gray one, whatever one.
Yeah.
No, we're actually taking Lake out on a shopping spree here.
Yeah, he wanted
pretty
to.
soon.
Yellow shirt.
Dude, you guys should record that.
We
It'd
might.
please.
It'd have to be on a weekend because we really want to go take Lake because now that he's got like some money to spend.
Boy's got stacks, boy. He don't just have money. He's got stacks.
Yeah, I know. I heard how
We
much
wanna-
he
we
took
wanna-
out for Mochi
we
or
wanna
for ChemiCon, dude. I was like, dang, man.
He took out
a lot of money, bro.
He took exactly that much.
Yeah, but that's a lot,
Minus
dude.
three.
That is a lot for a con. $300, man, and he spent all of it.
Yeah.
He had like $4 left.
$3.
$3 left, dude.
Nice.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I can't say shit. I go to the thrift store and buy shit, and then that's
So,
it.
We
Hunter,
got one right over here.
So I already looked into it. We gotta wait until like next December to be able to apply for a panel. So if we do get a panel at Comic-Con, are you gonna come?
Oh heck yeah, dude! Like I would not miss it, dude. Well, that would be crazy for me to even miss, dude. Like if I'm gonna already be at CamiCon, dude, there's no way I'm not gonna come chill at the booth, you know.
I was surprised how easy it is too. You just go on the website and you click on panels and you say,
And y'all were talking
sign
about
up panel.
Yeah.
Like it's
y'all were
that.
talking about that on the last episode. It's
that
like
easy.
it does not make sense for you guys to not get a panel there just based on the fact that like this is a podcast that's like based in Alabama or in Birmingham, you know. So
yeah.
like, and then just the subject matter. Everyone at that con can find something on this podcast that they can relate with that they like.
It's just finding people to come to it that
even-
wouldn't know what
Dude, and
Mochi
you could do-
podcast is.
You
That
could do
would.
you could do a live
Everybody-
Mochi podcast
even if they
podcast
know.
episode at CamiCon, dude.
That would
Like
be
at
sick.
the booth.
And the thing is, the way I would look at it, even if I didn't know what this podcast was, I'd see the name and think, I don't know what the hell this is. I'm gonna go check it out anyway to see if it's something I like. Because like when you go through the panel list on like the map or whatever, and you're like, oh, I know what that is gonna be. I know what that's gonna be about. Blah blah blah. This doesn't interest me. You see something, you're not like, I've never even heard of this. What is this?
Mhm.
It might catch some people's eye, so that might be their like first exposure to it. So
But you got
like,
graphic design over here. I'll make it look cool enough for people like, damn, I want to know what that is.
Yep.
And then come to it.
Everybody's probably gonna
Sick.
think like, "Dang, dude, they're gonna have a bunch of mochi there.
Yeah.
I want to eat some mochi at
Unfortunately,
Comic-Con."
I want
no
some
mochi.
I want some mochi to eat. It sounds good.
It's gonna be awesome, man. I was also gonna mention to you. I don't know if you noticed or y'all got noticed. This is the 27th, or we're gonna make this the 26th.
7th. This
So
27th.
this is the 27th. So now we are.
I just turned
officially-
27 2 weeks ago.
Whoa, no. Happy
Or,
birthday,
no,
man.
Wait, not 2 weeks ago. Maybe a week ago. I can't remember. Valentine's Day was my
ago.
birthday.
Happy birthday, bro.
Man,
you.
what a
Happy
day.
birthday, man.
Yeah. So
That's awesome.
the 27th episode of my 27th year of life.
Nice, nice.
Good job,
Yeah.
good job, man.
Heck yeah, dude.
You made it.
Yep. I made it. I'm alive.
I was, but 27th. So that is, we are officially past half a year doing episodes.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I love it, dude.
Just
Half a year? What?
half a year.
No way.
Yeah, because 52 weeks are in a year, and if we're on 27,
That's crazy.
We're over
dude. We've
halfway
come
there,
a
man.
I literally look
long
forward
way.
to it every Friday. Like
Well,
Friday,
thank you.
like Friday. I usually work every Friday. Fridays at Shipped, we have Dog Fridays. So everyone who owns a dog
Mhm.
can bring their dog to work on Friday. So there's that.
Wild.
There's free lunch on Friday. So we get lunch catered to the office. There's that. And Mochi Podcast.
It's crazy because
Episode.
the recent job I worked for, we did a lot of the AV work in your building,
Mhm.
and your Shipped in general is like something you'd see out of like Silicon Valley,
Mhm.
like HBO TV show, like
Yep.
straight out of like Silicon Valley. That's the only way I know how
Yep.
to explain it. It's like this free
That's how
form,
I feel when I'm there.
totally 2019 business.
Yep.
That's the best way I can explain it.
Yep.
Like
Love it.
such a rad place to work.
Love it.
yeah, for sure.
But one thing I did want to talk about. Did you guys finish Kingdom Hearts 3?
so
I knew it was coming.
Yeah, you knew it was coming, dude.
course,
so
man.
you're really just talking to me. I have not.
Hayden didn't finish it.
He didn't buy it.
Oh my goodness!
I've seen gameplay of it, and me and
Mhm.
Phil. So at Comic Con, I talked to Caleb a little bit about it,
Mhm.
and talked to a handful of people about it. Of course, I talked to Phil about it. He played through it, and me and him talked about it a little bit, and how he feels about the game, and I want to know how you feel specifically. But
Yeah.
go ahead.
Without like spoiling it.
Yeah, I won't spoil anything.
So for me personally, I haven't beat it yet. I actually have a story about it if you want to hear.
Oh, yeah, go with the story first, and then I'll tell you how I feel about it.
Okay, so I was playing it on Sarah's PlayStation,
Mm-hmm.
and Sarah's PlayStation, she got pretty much to the end. She beat Big Hero 6, and that was about the last one.
Same
to
friend,
to the
Tokyo.
ending. And I just got to Pirates of the Caribbean.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Worst level in the game.
I agree too, because water levels suck.
Best Keyblade, worst.
I haven't got the Keyblade yet.
Yeah,
So
best Keyblade.
So anyway, I get to Pirates of the Caribbean. I just started, and the night before we unplugged the PlayStation, and I had my PlayStation on top of it because I was playing something else, and I didn't realize it was orange. Unplugged it, plugged it back in, complete. The entire PlayStation is pretty much done. So we almost lost everything. So like we kept.
Oh my god!
You lost all your saves.
So I saved some of them, but I'll explain. So I got the flash drive, I plug it in, put the software on it, and the software is just not working on the PlayStation, not at all. And I'm like, what is wrong? Anyway, we keep doing it, and luckily after about 20 times it boots up, and it actually goes to our regular things. And I was like, this is going to happen again. So I put all the saves on a flash drive. From both my profile and her profile. Okay. And then it did it again. And I'm like, okay, I guess I got to buy me a hard drive. So I'm going to try to reformat her. I'm going to buy a SSD. So I want to have a solid state now. I want to put that in hers. That's my next project.
Yeah.
And so we just moved it to mine. So now with mine, I plug in the USB. All of her saves are fine and working. Mine are not.
Damn.
So I got the Pirates of the Caribbean in 7 hours.
Yeah.
Something similar happened to me in one time. Zach, this is why I haven't touched Shenmue ever since, because I lost all my saves in Shenmue.
Thank God. I am okay with that. Shenmue. Woo! Let it go. Let it burn. Bye-bye.
Nah, it's a good
Never
game.
existed.
I
Bye-bye.
love that
Shenmue
game.
who? Who dat?
Who
Never
that
heard of her.
Shenmue?
Shenmue, this is all the characters sound. Hey, Tom, do you know who murdered my father? And I'm like, this is a great game. I love this. And Zach's like, you can kill me now.
No.
All right, so
It's good, man. It's good.
my opinion on the game. Okay, so I'm already a Kingdom Hearts stan, so I love the game. There are tons of people who did not play the game. There are also people who did play the games who just don't understand anything that's going on, that they're like, this game is trash. Like, they hate it. Like, okay, there's a lot of stuff that, like, you know, of course, I feel like in my opinion, I feel like the game was a little rushed in some points.
Right.
It's just, you know, I think that Tetsuya Nomura is just so tired of the Disney thing, maybe, that like he just wanted to get this game over with so that he could continue. I will say, without spoiling, I mean, we all know there's going to be other Kingdom Hearts games.
That's what I was thinking.
But they've set it up
That's what
to where it can be its own thing for once. Like, I think that there will still be Disney related things in the newer games, but they've set it up to where it's gonna got its own story. It's gonna have some of its own characters, you know, like other than, you know, Final Fantasy characters and Disney characters. Yeah. And all in all, I played through it first time in standard mode because I just wanted to pay attention to the story and you know, pay attention to the cutscenes and look at everything.
Easy,
and even on proud mode, I'm playing through proud mode right now. And even on proud mode, it's way too easy. I've heard rumors that the DLC will have a critical mode, which I'll be looking forward to when that comes around. So that'll be a little bit harder, but yeah, all in all, at the end, like, I played the game. I got it the night it came out. I had 3 days off to play the game, and I was going to try to beat it. I couldn't. I played for like maybe 2 days, and then I had to take a break because I just was playing so much, like for hours and hours and hours on end. And then, yeah, I just beat it probably 2 weeks ago. I did shed a tear. So it's not a spoiler, but, you know, I did shed a tear in the game, and it's really just, you know, it was a nostalgia thing for me. But I spent all this time. It's my favorite game series. A trilogy has finally come to an end. It is really emotional, and I enjoyed the game. Yeah, I liked it a lot.
So my take on it, and I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of Philip in there too, because he's the other buff. Mm-hmm. So Philip is a little indifferent on it. He's one of those people, he liked it, but he, again, feels that it was rushed. Mm-hmm. And the thing that he was kind of upset with it versus like the other two games, or I guess all the other games too, is that it is literally 80% Disney and then
20%.
Yeah, but it's
actual story.
But the 20% is the beginning and the end. Because what happens, and this is for me too, in the middle of the game when you're watching cutscenes, it's like there's nothing that's really prolonged. There's no like middle part in the story that really like. He was thinking about the second one when you do like the big 1,000 fight, heartless fight, and there's nothing like that in this one. It's literally just play a level. Gummy Ship is super easy now. You don't even have to fight anything. You can literally just go through and get to a level.
Yep, I love that about it.
But yeah, which is awesome, especially for speedrunners.
Yep.
Which is gonna be fun to kind of watch and see what times they can do.
For
me
sure.
personally, I didn't even beat 2. I just watched the cutscenes pretty much, and you don't really even have to watch the story. You can literally just play through these levels because most of the game is just you fighting the same enemies, and then you get to the main bosses. Phil doesn't like that there's only one secret boss.
Yeah.
Versus like the first one.
There's only
one.
which I'm hoping that the DLC will change that. I'm hoping that some loose holes will be filled with the DLC. There will be a critical mode. There will be secret bosses.
It's like a Mass Effect 3.
Yeah. Honestly, a lot of people are comparing it to Mass Effect 3. Like,
Wow.
Like, in a sense that like it's just like a
dropped the
game
ball.
that so many people were just anticipating.
15
and then it was
years.
just like,
Yeah.
Wow.
you know, like
Wow.
it's just. But I'm really hoping that with the trilogy, like that part of it being done, like that's over, that they will
Open a new chapter
and do new things and do something different and kind of, you know, branch off from what they've been doing for years.
Just not Andromeda level.
Yeah, yeah. Dude, but and then, you know, Final Fantasy VII hopefully will be coming this year, the remaster or the remake remaster. Yeah.
Final Fantasy VII's my shit.
Dope. Yeah, the Switch version of the game, it's essentially just a remaster from
What about the PlayStation
original
Classic
PlayStation.
version?
They have it on PlayStation Classic?
Yeah, it's on the PlayStation Classic.
What?
I didn't think
Are
that
you
they
serious?
put Final Fantasy VII on the PlayStation Classic.
I'm gonna make sure. I'm pretty sure.
Because I had a bunch of people who bought the PlayStation Classic and were very displeased with the PlayStation
it doesn't
Classic.
come with a charge brick at all either.
Yeah, like they were very upset about that. But
Final Fantasy VII, yeah, it's on.
Wait,
there.
okay, hold on, because I guess I don't know
Well,
what
that's
the
what to
PlayStation
me.
Classic
but the good thing about this one is like I don't know if on the PlayStation Classic I would imagine it would look the same as it did on PlayStation.
What is
Whereas the Switch version that comes out at the end of the month, the graphics are a little tweaked to make
Right.
it look
Because all
better.
the games.
Because they did that with Final Fantasy. That's what I was telling y'all earlier. I bought Final Fantasy IX,
Yeah.
and it was like that too.
Yeah.
Like everything is so much more enhanced and looks
Right.
better. And
I bought Final Fantasy IX for my PS4 or whatever, but I have not played it yet. I have, like I said, I've got a lot in my backlog I need to play, but I know everybody says if you play 7, you would love 9 as well, and yeah, I need to get around to it.
pretty
though.
much everything from 6 to 10 in
That's what
Final
I've heard
Fantasy
too, yeah.
is.
I really want to play 6, man.
Dude, playing 10 as playing any of these games as a kid is like impossible. Like when I played 10 as a kid, I was like, dude, this guy got a million health. There's
Yeah.
no way.
Plus, it's also a JRPG, which is like, even when I was a kid, you know, a younger kid, I was like, this is stupid. Why am I playing a game where I'm having to take turns to fight an enemy? Like,
Right.
But as I got older, I learned to appreciate JRPGs more.
Yeah, for sure.
Because CC Cheats and GameWinners.com couldn't
CC Cheese Boys.
help me figure out how
Sponsor us.
to beat Dark Cloud 2.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
but because I beat Dark Cloud 2 last year, and it was the first time, and I'm like, no wonder I couldn't beat this. Like I got to 5% of the game because I got stuck because I had to go to another level and then go through another corridor and find a random item and build an umbrella. Like how the hell would I have known that?
Yeah, no, that's the games are, and actually it's kind of crazy, dude. Like the like for example, Final Fantasy IX for my Switch, it has like a lot of those major cheats already built into the game.
Yeah.
Like the where you can play through it like super fast, you know,
Yeah.
that's already in there. There's infinite health already in there. Like
And that's just for people who kind of want to play through it and like who've never played it through it before and kind of want to blast through it and get through the story, which the story for 7 is like one of my favorite games ever.
very
incredible.
I just watched Advent Children
I've never
like
seen
a couple
Advent
of weeks
Children,
ago, and it's garbage.
No, they talk about that on Oni Plays where like in the dubbed version where like Cloudy goes, Sephiroth, what do you want? or something. They talk about that all the time. They're like, okay, when I heard that I was like, this is bad.
I don't know what's worse, Advent Children Cloud or Kingdom Hearts Cloud. Because Kingdom Hearts Cloud is kind of cool, but he looks
too
like
emo.
he was in Good Charlotte.
Advent Children's
Good Charlotte.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's definitely a member of Good Charlotte.
Advent Children is the like animated one, right?
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
movie.
Oh, dude, the best,
I mean,
the best
the
part of
graphics
that-
are amazing.
Yeah.
The best part of that is all of the metal bands made people made like AMVs of that. Like I don't remember B1 by Killswitch was on that, and I was like,
And
oh, sick.
people haven't gotten Cloud's like personality right since Final Fantasy VII when he was in the game and he used to crack jokes and he was sarcastic and he was kind of a jerk, but he was a heroic jerk. And then you see him in other games and he's just an emo boy.
Yep. Emo
I'm like,
boy Cloud.
No, you got him wrong.
Yeah.
Wrong.
But yeah, I had to come on here and talk about Kingdom Hearts because we talked about it the last time. But it's just all in all, playing through it again, it was good enough for me to play through a second time on Proud Mode, and can't wait for the new one.
Boy, that whole conversation was over my head. I know.
Yeah.
I still have no idea where. I had to look
Well,
up.
you're
on,
not- I mean-
I had to look up on Tim's phone what a PlayStation Classic was. I did not know they re-released.
Dude, he
the
lives in a
classic.
shed, dude. He lives in a shed.
Well, to be
I live
fair,
in a van. Shut your face.
Yeah, he doesn't play video games that
lives in a
much, and
still
he likes
shack
to
in the
watch
middle of the
Let's
woods.
Plays and stuff like that. So, it's one of those things where he'll just have to watch it.
When did
it
they
comes out.
re-release the PlayStation as a palm?
It's pretty room.
They
It's
did.
pretty new. I don't know why I said
November.
it's pretty room.
It's pretty room.
Yeah, it's a pretty room. It's a pretty room.
It's because you're next to me.
Pretty room.
That's bad.
Yeah, daddy.
That's the effects right there.
But yeah, they released it in November for the holiday season.
So
But-
are the
but-
games are they just downloadable?
they're just on it.
It's like a Raspberry Pi.
Oh.
Yeah. Same with the Super Nintendo
Wish I
and
thought
the
of that.
NES.
Speaking of Raspberry Pi, y'all trying to buy that Soldier Boy console?
No.
I think we talked about that.
Already got all of them
Have
downstairs.
we talked about that
Soldier
yet?
Boy,
What?
Because Tim was
Yeah,
just telling
we
Big
talked about
Draco.
Tim was telling us about all the
talked about it.
cars that Soldier Boy is selling.
Yeah.
I mean, is buying.
Dude,
these
Soldier
days.
Boy is out of his damn mind.
Where's he get all this money from?
He don't get it from nowhere.
Ringtone money. We've talked about this, bro.
Kiss Me Through the Phone ringtones were
Yeah.
very popular back in the mid 2000s.
You think he's still living off
All those
ringtone money?
commercials.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know
Dude.
what he's living off
Possibly.
of.
Alright.
Also, his family was super rich.
I think they're
before
all
he came in the
rentals.
game.
I think they're rentals.
I
I
just
don't
know
think they're
that.
real.
I got some stats. Okay, you guys ready? Okay, I'm
Stats.
a big stats person.
Okay.
I check the billboards every week. I know
Rap
this shit.
stats.
Okay.
Dude, that is so true. Tim has been one of the guys that looks at the Billboard charts.
I do too, sometimes.
Since we've been friends.
Yeah.
Since we've been friends. He's always like,
every week.
this rapper, they did super well. They're at number 5 on the billboards.
Dude, I
this
can't
week.
imagine the year Travis Scott had.
So,
that.
for example, Lil Pump released album this week, Gunna and Offset.
Dude, I'm all
Lil
for
Pump-
Lil Pump, dog. I'm all for Lil Pump.
Pump's new album, even though it's Lil Pump, he only sold 30,000 copies.
Dude, I can't get over how dumb he is, though. I did not know he was so stupid.
Yes.
I watched his.
He spelled Harvard wrong, didn't he?
Yeah, he did on purpose.
Okay.
He did a video.
Still funny.
He does a video where he goes sneaker shopping, and this dude, he looks like he's 8 years old.
Yeah.
like
He
the
is.
way
the
He's
complex
19.
sneaker
He
he
episodes.
looks so
yeah.
dumb. I'm like, you listen to his music, and you're like, dude, hell yeah. And then you see his interview, and you're like, this kid, he's a child.
Dude, he literally-
is a
Okay.
child.
So he has a song called "Be Like Me" with Lil Wayne, which is literally "I'm the real Slim Slade."
I don't know
I'm the
how
real
how
Slim
did he get a
Shady.
song with Kanye West?
What?
How did that happen? How did that come to
Pornhub.
fruition?
That was actually a #1 song in the country.
On
How?
Pornhub.
I'm saying, how does Lil Pump
Sponsor us, Pornhub.
as a person
Pornhub.
I'm for it. As a personality, as his agents did all the work on that. There's no way.
Well,
How does
okay.
Lil Pump as a personality
So
get on a song with Kanye?
So Kanye is the same way
Kid is
as
so dumb. He's so dumb.
It's the same way as Drake. So Drake will find newer talent and he will get a song with them because they're popping off, or it's kind of a boost. Same with Kanye.
How does that help Kanye? It's Kanye.
It was
Because
the
it's-
#1 song. So
Because
it helped him a
Kanye,
lot.
it's like, oh, Kanye's on a song with this kid who's 17 years old. It's like, how did that happen? But I have to check it out.
But
and everybody
Kanye's the
checks
best
it out.
part of that. He's the best part of that song. 1, 2. He's he was the director of that song and probably had all the artistic vision of them being roadblocks.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's
like-
sad because I like that song only for Lil Pump's verse. I turn it off when Kanye comes
Oh.
in.
Man,
Because
I'm a sick fuck. I like a quick fuck.
He's so obnoxious, though. Kanye's so obnoxious in that song. I turn it off.
Well, yeah, the song's obnoxious.
Yeah, it's pretty
Still, though.
pretty obnoxious.
I like Lil Pump.
But anyway, so for
Such
example,
he's just dumb.
so anyway, like, you know, I can't imagine in it how easy it is to take in information and listen to music and get paid for it nowadays. And Lil Pump is Lil Pump. Like, Lil Pump only got 30,000 people to buy his album. That blows my mind. He posted something on Instagram in literally 5 seconds, and he gets 5,000 likes. Like, I can't imagine, no one having $11 to buy a Lil Pump song.
Well, didn't he say that, like, he wasn't even interested in rap? His friend was doing it, and he was like, oh, yeah, I'll try it. And then it just blew up.
Which apparently they're
off.
beefing right now, I guess, right now.
That's what happens when you get money.
I saw something about that. But no, if you want to watch the dumbest thing Lil Pump has ever said, go watch his Nardwuar interview.
Dude.
Because Nardwuar gives him like a book or something, and he's like, yeah, man, I really like this, because I can't really read that well, and I like pictures.
Yeah, but he says that in the Be Like Me. He goes, I'm a millionaire and I can't read. He literally says that's a lyric in that song.
I've seen he does a video with GQ where he talks about all his chains and how much they cost.
Yeah.
And then halfway through the interview, he's like, nah, man, I'm hungry. I want some chicken wings. And he starts eating chicken wings. And then the guy who designed all his jewelry finishes the interview. He comes on and talks about, yeah, I made this for Lil Pump because he said he wanted his face in diamonds. And, this was like a $75,000 diamonds. And Lil Pump's like, yeah, man, that ain't nothing. And then just goes back to, I'm like, you're so dumb.
Yeah,
like, you're so dumb. But he has so much money.
So I had a conversation with C Money because I just shot a new C Money video. I think I kind of like, I hit a vein in him and Tez's kind of like when I was talking about grills. And I had this happen with my friend Driggers too, where I say people that get permanent grills in their mouth is completely stupid. Like, that's to me a dumb investment of your money. And they're like, why? I was like, you're literally paying someone to put like a lot of money into your mouth for you just to, every time you smile, to show that you spend your money on it. It's especially people that put the Patek diamonds in them.
That's raw, boy. That's raw.
Oh my God. And I told him, I was like, well, first of all, these people don't even get their teeth fixed. They don't fix their teeth first.
Yeah, it's very hard to clean. I have a gold cap.
And why don't you just buy a grill? Like, literally put it in, take it out. Why do you have to just completely make this permanent in your mouth?
Well, I thought the same way with Post Malone. He's got a sick grill that he puts in every now and then. It's not permanent, but
I've got a gold cap.
I wanted to ask you about that, dude. I don't see it now.
Yeah, I don't have it on right now. I had to work, but every day that I'm not working, I wear it. I have a gold cap. Me and my friend Zach, he pierces at Good Neighbor. We follow this guy on Instagram. He makes jewelry, and he makes like a bunch of cool stuff, like super cool stuff. But he happened to be in Atlanta. He's from LA. He's done a bunch of gold teeth. He recently did gold teeth and 2 rings for Leon Bridges.
Whoa.
And Leon Bridges was the Grammys, and he was wearing both of the gold teeth that he made for him and both of the rings. There's 2 pinky rings that said L and B on one side for Leon Bridges. So I've got a piece from somebody.
You said Luke Bryant?
No, Leon.
Yeah, Luke Bryant. Yeah, Luke Bryant.
Same thing, anyways.
But yeah, I have a gold cap, and you have to take care of that shit. And if you don't, like, it will discolor, and like if that's permanent in your mouth and you're not taking care of it, it's
for real.
I can't imagine that, imagine a cavity in your tooth, but imagine a cavity like
in your gum,
like an oxidized penny.
Like, can you imagine how bad that probably hurts?
Yeah.
Like
it's like getting your tat batted. Oh,
your tat batted. It's like getting your tat batted.
It's like getting your
back tatted.
Stat batted.
Is that what you were gonna say?
Yeah. Yes. Your back tatted.
Tack batted.
Yeah.
Mom, you made me this way.
I was born this way.
I was born this
it's
way.
It's the Timism of the episode.
Yeah, I'm on the right track, baby.
We met our quota. That's all that matters.
We met the
She's
quota.
actually number 2 in the Billboards right now.
Who did?
Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper.
Yep.
Their album's
for that song. I haven't seen that movie. I haven't watched it either.
Shout out Gaga. Love her.
Yeah, I do too. Man.
The only thing I know about Gaga is she was on that one like MTV show like forever ago. She was like a
Rags to Riches?
No. She was like an extra on an MTV show.
Before she got big. I remember that.
I don't remember what it was about, but I think about that every time people say Lady Gaga. Is there any more beer in the fridge? Is that it?
No.
Yeah, that was the last one.
In your shit.
Did y'all buy beer?
No, I got one more if you want it, because I'm not going to drink it.
No. I don't want to take your last beer.
No, you can have it, dude. I brought it for...
I'll take your last beer.
Yeah, I brought it for you guys. It's the same thing I did last time.
You want to split
dude.
it? You got straws?
How many beers have you guys
I
had?
have paper straws.
Get paper straw.
I've only had one. So I'm just playing.
Split it 3-way.
I have beer in the van. I just gotta walk out there.
Yo, and that was my question. I had a question for you. Like,
Yeah, dog.
I just like.
Oh, you get to see
First
the
of all,
van
I
today.
want to see the van, so we're doing that after the episode.
for
First
sure,
of all,
bro.
but second,
For
like, so like, what's the plan? Like, when do you plan on heading
Bro,
out? Like,
I can't even answer that because that's everybody's question is when you leaving. It's like,
I've asked it to him too.
at
Yeah.
this point, it's like, it's almost really, what the hell is this? Tim just split his Modelo with me. Did you pour it?
and he poured it in there, dude.
your
That's
own-
impressive.
But you poured
Yeah,
it in.
no spills either.
Dude, I broke an egg on the fucking table, and Tim's out here fucking pouring
wasn't
beers
mine.
into
That
little
was
tiny
yours.
That wasn't mine. I just put it behind me.
Dude, Zach,
Oh.
kiss me. Oh, look at you.
Oh, and
Don't
you
use the money.
spilled it,
Don't
dude.
use the money.
Sorry. Let me get it.
Eggy
That's
towel.
the most disgusting towel
Moving
smell
my-
right there.
But yeah, you should do like a live podcast. Zach's last podcast. Do it live.
We want to do it in the van.
do it in the van. You could do it in the van. You could do it at a bar.
Yeah, I know Hunter's been really nice. Like he's like,
Yeah, you could do
At
it at
the
a bar. That would be
bar.
sick, man.
That
You
would
got
be
people
sick.
around, like the panel and shit. You know, it's kind of tight.
All right, we're gonna get you involved on this one.
Get me involved, dude. I'm
Get you
down to
involved
be
on this
involved. Whatever you want to do, dude. I'm just excited to see you doing that shit, and it's fucking cool. And
It's crazy
I can't
too
wait to see
because
it.
it is a van, and even building it out, it's like, man, this is gonna be kind of cramped. But
Mhm.
once you because I have like a couch that lays down into a bed, and once you're like laying in the bed and you're kind of looking up like at the van, like it's super spacious. Like it's almost stupid to say, it's almost too much room. Like it's almost too big. Like
Yeah.
I have more room than I need for because I'm a single bachelor. I've got my same pair of pants that I wear every day and a couple of t-shirts, and then, I don't have much.
Do
of
you,
anything.
baby?
Yeah, dude.
Stay as long as you can, so everybody can see you before you leave, and then when you
Yeah.
leave,
For sure.
we'll see you when you come back.
Actually, Donnie called me today. He was like, "Hey, man," he's like, "I heard you're leaving. Let's grab lunch before you go." Because Donnie, he was a coworker I worked with at my previous job, and
He's awesome.
he's been super cool. He was super behind me and helping me with different aspects of the van build, and
Mhm.
knowing that I was going to leave my job before I left my job, and really supportive and such a great dude, such a great coworker, and he's the only person I've kept in touch with since leaving the job.
Yeah,
Really
I can't
is.
wait to see it, dude.
It's
that's
so
that's
sick.
so
It's so
awesome, and
sick.
I mean, we were talking about it when I was on here the last time. It's just I don't know, dude. I've got so many plans and so many things to do, and I really look up to you guys in a sense that when you guys want to do something, you do it, and there's no you'll talk about it and you'll do it. People talk about things and then it never ends up happening. I want to start a vlog so bad. I want to do a vlog, and I feel like I can do it. Oh, dude, if you want to sell me that camera, I'll buy it.
Yeah.
But I want to start a vlog really bad. I've been really inspired by this dude. He's got a vlog. His name is Austin Augie. He's a professional BMX rider. He's a model. He does some acting. He does some different stuff. But just his everyday life is so interesting, and it just so happened I don't even know how it happened. I was looking up videos on YouTube. I go into this deep YouTube hole, and I found this guy. So I'm watching his vlogs. I really enjoyed watching them, and then all of a sudden he's got a bunch of tattoos. So he does an episode on tattoos. So I'm watching him explain all of his tattoos and stuff, and it turns out that he gets most of his tattoo. He's from Muncie, Indiana, and in Muncie, Indiana is 111 Arts Gallery, which is Nate Harmon. He did this Grim Reaper tattoo on my chest. He'll do guest spots at Good Neighbor every once in a while.
Right.
And he's friends with D-Skunk, which is this dude who also works at the shop. And, I've been wanting to plan a trip to go out to Muncie to go see Nate and hang out. And, I tried to message him on Instagram. He's got 180,000 followers
buddy,
on his
yeah.
Instagram. So you probably never see the message, but I got real inspired to want to do a vlog. The other day I did that unboxing on my Instagram live of the Golf LaFleur shoes that I got, and I ended up getting way more views. It wasn't a lot of views. I think at the end of it, it was all 25 people were watching it at one time. Yeah. But that's more than I see on most people's stuff, and I kind of talked to some of my coworkers, and I did a poll on Instagram that said, if I did some sort of, Instagram live video once a week, or I was doing a vlog, would people paying attention? And everybody's been telling me that they would watch it, they would be down to see my everyday life or do whatever I'm doing. So got to get a camera. I've got a computer. I've got all the editing. I can get all the editing software. I can get all of that. But like just imagine, an episode of a vlog where like I set the camera up and I'm getting my back tattooed and like the dudes are tattooing my back or whatever, or I start off like my day and then I end my day off with that. And I'm like, so like, I want to do that, but again, like I'm saying, is like you guys are a big inspiration in the fact that like all of you, when you say you're going to do something, you end up doing it. And, there's a lot of people who they say they're going to do something and then they never end up doing it, or like it just like excuses and shit. So 2019 for me this year, I did the back tattoo as like I'm doing this, I want to do the vlog at the end of the year. I want to have at least a couple episodes of vlog done to see, how it does. I mean, this year I'm just really going to try to like branch out and do a bunch of stuff. And you guys are a big inspiration on that. I'm glad you guys invited me back on the show so that I could say it. I mean, this is at 27 episodes right now, and you guys continue to keep putting episodes out. I'm sure that you guys keep putting episodes out because you keep seeing a climb and people paying attention and people watching. And I really hope to see this flourish into something super huge one day, because I mean, it has the potential, and you guys have all the and you guys are fucking awesome. I know I'm sitting over here,
for real. Appreciate that.
I'm sitting over here riding the wave or whatever, but like, I mean, seriously, dude, like you guys are a big inspiration to people who want to do shit, because you sit there and you say you're going to do it and you do it. So
that's the thing too. I said it last week too about people wanting to go to cons. It's like, commit to something and just put yourself out there. You never know. Like people are going to hate what we do, and people are going to think what we're doing is cringy, or like, that's just a part of it, but you never know until you put yourself out there. And the people that have latched on to what we do, just like you, who think it's cool of what we're doing, that's the people that like damn, this is worth it. Everything that we sitting around this table every week and hanging out with my friends, and then people enjoy listening to this. That's what makes it totally worth it. That's what makes it. And you wanting to do vlogs, like, that's super like, do it, because I want to do vlogs when I start doing the van trip.
You should, dude.
I'm giving him my camera, by the way.
Gosh,
my
dude.
My T5i, and give him that. I was gonna mention to you, I think a Canon M50 would be perfect for you.
Yeah, I'll come up and see you at because I got my tax returns and stuff, and I've been figuring out what I want to do with it. Like I got a pretty good bit back in my tax returns this year, and
$800 is all you need.
I'm not getting tattooed. I'm still getting tattooed, but I'm not. I'm working on my back, so I'm not really paying a lot of money on the back, and I'm like, what can I do that would that would be something that would reach that goal? It's like, you said you're going to do this, do it. So I'll come see you at Best Buy. I want to buy a camera. I'm going to get a GoPro because I want to be able to strap, like I bought, I was telling y'all earlier, I sold one of my bikes. I've always been big into skateboarding, but I also enjoy riding bicycles, and I had a fixed gear that you could switch to single speed road bike that I was riding for a really long time, and that Austin Augie guy really inspired me. And so I was like, BMX bikes, that's why I grew up riding as a kid. I want one for the nostalgic part of it, but also like, it's just another thing. So I went out, I bought one, and how cool would it be to have a GoPro strapped to my chest and like riding through the city of Birmingham, like going as fast as I can.
Those are so cool. I watch videos of the delivery boys out in like New York and stuff, just watching them riding through traffic it's just like an Uber. And you watch like 30 minutes of them just riding through traffic.
Yeah, I tried to sketch onto a car downtown a couple of days ago, and they were not happy about it. I figured they would just like poke their head out and be like, "Hey, don't do that!" But instead, they just tried to speed up as fast as they could to try to kill me. But I'll just let go. Yeah, people downtown are fucking crazy. If it's not like a Max bus or something.
If you get the Hero 7, man, the Hero 7 is just incredible.
Oh yeah, I've seen it, dude. Hero 7. It's only $200. And it looks good. So yeah, I'm looking into a bunch of stuff. I'll come see you.
Because I'll get you the right thing.
But the 6 is too good. I've got the 6.
I had the 5. You want to buy my 5? Now the only thing with a GoPro 7, you have to buy the $400 one. Reason why? It's because the cheaper ones don't have a removable battery, so you have to charge them. So you won't be able to have like extra $20 batteries.
But it's USB-C, so like mine. I guess mine's the Hero.
It lasts like maybe an hour.
Mine's the Hero 5, and I bought a little external mic that Velcros to the top of it, so you could use it as like a vlogging camera, and it's like the size of your palm. Because me, I'm like, I'm not really the person who wants to go out and public with a freaking gorilla pod with a DSLR pointed at my face. Like I want something that I can just sit in the palm of my hand and then say what I need to say and be done.
Yep. So yeah, that's what I got going
That's sick,
on. I'll come
dude.
see you for sure.
Do that for sure, man. That'd be so sick. Hell yeah.
Well,
Creative people doing creative things.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's
So
what I
come see our
appreciate.
panel whenever we have it.
Yeah, I will for sure.
What I was going to say to you, because you're an avid listener and a fan, we do actually have a special thing that's happening very soon for our podcast. So from like the last episode at the Comic-Con, I mentioned about Greg Ayers, and Greg Ayers has agreed to do a come on the podcast.
That's
Yeah,
tight.
for sure.
That's
So-
tight.
Talk about people doing stuff. Yeah, we talked about it. Tim got in touch with him.
Yeah.
Tim's been for people who don't know, Greg Ayers is a voice actor for a lot of the majority of the shows that we watch here on the podcast.
That's so sick, dude.
And Tim's kind of had a history with him before with his music, your kind of rap music and stuff. And Greg was super cool and latched on and promoted and was just to be in the position that Greg is in to extend his hand and be so nice and supportive of what we do. And he's like, yeah, dude, love the YouTube channel, subscribe. Like,
Yeah.
he was super on
That's
board.
so awesome.
I
guys.
told Hayden today, like
Very optimistic.
he's my
modest.
my
too.
best part of my rap career is Greg Ayers randomly seeing a tweet where I asked him, I was like, I hope one day I can drink beers with Greg Ayers, and then he goes to my profile and he buys all of Carlisle Jones's albums. And he liked he liked my music enough to do that, and then he followed me on Instagram, on Twitter, and pretty much I told him back and back, and then like talking to him about this, I sent him the clip of where we're talking about it, and he's like, yeah, I'll definitely be on, that's awesome. And so around like late March or early April, hopefully he'll be able to like, we'll Skype him in. We'll have a little 20-30 minute episode.
Okay, yeah, that's so cool.
Well-
That's so cool that he would be willing to do something like
Yeah.
that.
And he told me, and while we were podcasting now, I told him, hey man, thank you for always like supporting anything like I do, like, because obviously he doesn't have to,
Mm-hmm.
and he's such a how many people probably maybe reach out to him for stuff all the time, and I was lucky enough to be someone that he supported without me even do anything.
Mm-hmm.
And then his response was, dude, no thanks necessary. I enjoy seeing and hearing what you're up to. And
Nice.
it's just like,
So very genuine.
That's
right?
That's essentially what it is, dude. I
Yeah.
look forward to seeing what y'all have been doing. You know,
he
like
sees all my tweets about him.
all in all, in the end, the podcast is great. I love it and everything, but I don't get to see you guys that often. I
Right.
work, you guys work, everybody does stuff. So it's this way to see what your pals are up to, and I don't know, it's cool, man. I'm glad you guys are getting the recognition that I think that you deserve. So
Appreciate
Thank
it,
you
man.
very much.
So hit
Yeah.
that bell and subscribe, like this, share it to your,
iTunes, Spotify,
share it to your mom's friend.
Google Podcasts, YouTube, mochipodcast.com. We're all there.
So Zach, we're coming to the end of the podcast.
Yes, sir.
Do you want to tell the beautiful people where they can find?
I just did. We're on iTunes, we're on Spotify, we're on YouTube. You can get everything you need to know over at mochipodcast.com. We're also on Instagram and Twitter at mochipodcast. We got Hunter on the show today. Go give him a follow at Hunter Lawrence.
Hunter Lawrence underscore. Yep, Hunter Lawrence underscore.
But links to all that is on mochipodcast.com. Anything you need to know will be there, as always. I've been your host, Zach, with my host, Hayden, his host, Tim, and our special guest, Hunter.
Yep.
Thanks for coming back on, man.
Yep.
I swear, since you've been on, we've talked about it like every week or every other week. We're like, man, what's Hunter up to?
Yeah. No, I saw. We'll leave it at this. We'll end it at this. I saw Hayden at one of our local venues in Birmingham. They did a showing of Lords of Chaos, which is a movie based on the true Norwegian black metal. But those dudes are a bunch of fucking clowns, and
It's true.
and I did not know what to expect from the movie. But it ended up being really good. So if you haven't seen Lords of Chaos, I think you should definitely go see it, especially if you're a fan of black metal. I love black metal, and Norwegian black metal is tight. So go check out the movie. But yeah, I ran into Hayden. I saw him. I was getting ready to leave, and he was like, as soon as I walked up to him, he goes, "Hey man, we want to have you on the podcast this week. Are you free on Monday?" I said, "I get off at 9."
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yes.
Just like that, yeah, just
Yep.
like that. So, for sure.
But yeah, thanks for having me on, guys.
dude.
Mochi Mochi Podcast.
Anytime and every time,
And
brother.
do you want to finish the podcast with our special phrase?
We love Tim.
Tim.
Who is Tim? Sarah hates us right now.
Tim.
Sorry, Sarah.
Sorry.
Mochi,